Hi everyone, Maryann here, Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you, wherever you are in the world when you're watching? Huge shout out to you. I've just finished up a reading on the economy and I did want to just very quickly look at the suit that's being brought regarding the 14th Amendment and whether Donald Trump, the criminal defendant Trump, is qualified to stand again as president. Let's see. Law experts are saying that the crew, the not-for-profit voting rights, civil rights type of organisation in the US, has the standing in Colorado to bring that suit forward. And let's have a look at that. The other thing that's, things weigh, well, I don't weigh on me, but I just picked them up. I did a reading a few weeks ago on, yes, there was a plot to kill Mike Pence. And Grassley, of course, as you know, was caught saying the day before on January the 5th, I think it was, that they didn't expect Pence to be there and then he would step up and certify the votes. I just want to know whether Special Counsel Jack Smith is actually has the evidence that this insurrection was all part of the plan which originated in the Oval Office with criminal defendant Trump to steal the election, whether he's got that evidence, which would mean there would have to have been communication and planning between the insurrectionists and the Trump. The other thing I want to also point out is the grand jury, Jack Smith, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith's grand jury is hearing further evidence. My money is on wire fraud. Again, I did a reading a few weeks ago, but I saw that straight after January the 6th, that they would follow the money and that his PAC, Super PAC, would be in trouble and that there would be wire fraud charges and the freezing of those assets in the PAC. So let's see what we've got time to do. Let's start with the Colorado crew lawsuit. Let's just see around whether Donald Trump is qualified to be president. Will Crew's suit challenging Trump's qualification because of the insurrection or aiding and abetting an insurrection? Will Crew be successful? In Colorado, will they find in favour of Crew and uphold that Trump is disqualified to be on the ballot in Colorado? Okay, so yeah, heavy decisions, crossroads, and we get the challenge. The other signifier card is the Three of Wands. That's interesting. This is waiting for one ship to come in, but it's also doing the work, having done a lot of work. So that's interesting. It's like a challenge to the crossroads is actually all the evidence that is there in plain sight. We've seen it, we've heard it, we've witnessed it. But let's keep going. Something coming to fruition in time is at the foundation of the reading. Be patient. Something coming to fruition in time. We've got the strength is in the past here, or a show of strength is in the past. And then we get bombshells in the sky. What's crowning this reading, which is a potential. He could be found in Colorado that he aided and abetted. Colorado might decide. Now we have retreat in the immediate future, wounded in battle. Will they uphold? What has Crew got? We've got the Queen of Cups, something being revealed to us. And we will get his loss walking away. Let's keep going. The outcome will be interesting. Six of Swords in the hopes and fears. We all want to move on. And the outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. That's having everything you need. I asked, would they uphold? Well, the Nine of Pentacles is a yes, but we get like a lot of obstacles, challenges, like a lot of I don't know. And then we get inevitability here. I'll have to draw some clarifiers. We've got wish fulfillment. So this card came up a lot recently for Trump, and it's like he's going to, if he could be fighting with one hand tied behind his back, the voter, and we get the Empress card and the Magician, manipulation and lying. I think I'm going to draw clarifiers, but I think Colorado is going to say there's an inevitability. There's an inevitability that he was behind the or gave aid and comfort to the insurrectionists. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that, that might be what's going to happen in Colorado. Of course, then it would go to the Supreme Court. There's a judgment card here. What comes after the judgment? Yeah, the wish fulfillment. There's an inevitability that he does get struck off the ballot. He's not qualified because, these cards are pretty clear. I don't think I even need to draw clarifiers that there were commitments made to the insurrectionists. All of the weight, I'm going to pardon you. I think send them some love. Their love, whatever. This is so much, without even looking at whether he caused it or he whatever. It's aid and comfort. Insurrectionist. Colorado, I think, is going to say he's not qualified. Am I correct? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles here. There's a lot around money here. Yes, I'm pretty, these cards are pretty clear. Colorado is going to say, no, he can't be on our ballot. I think whatever the Colorado Supreme Court is going to find, it's going to be really controversial. It's going to be difficult. But it seems like it's an inevitability that what we saw with our own eyes, what we heard, what we witnessed, that the courts are going to say, I'm sorry, but he did give aid and comfort. All right, goes to the Supreme Court, obviously. The Supreme Court that doesn't have the same ethical code that any other court in the US does. Let's have a look, or federal court. All right. Will it go to the Supreme Court? Will it go to the Supreme Court? Will it go to the Supreme Court? I'm seeing the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Rods. 6 of Pentacles. Well, that's a yes card. That's giving and receiving help again. We get loss here. Loss and regret. Moving out of troubled waters. Let's keep going. Celebrations. I'm pretty sure Colorado will be a test case, obviously, and we get the challenge here, or in the sky. Yes, it will go to the Supreme Court, I think. I think it will go to the Supreme Court. Now, I keep getting a woman here. And keep an eye out for Amy Coney Barrett, what she says about all of this. Okay, so let's ask. Yes, it does go to the Supreme Court. I just want to check. Will the Supreme Court hear it? Loss, walking away, and celebrations. They might say it's up to the states to decide. How can that be? How can that be? We better keep going. New starts. The 3 of... there could be a joined up. Other people could join. Crew's suit here. And we get the 7 of Cups. Illusion, delusion. And there's the Knight of Swords. In the immediate future. It goes up pretty quickly. Goes through the court systems pretty quickly. And then we get the 2 of Cups. Commitments, contracts, and loss here. Yeah, like we're just hoping that this is the case. And we have the Sun card, full illumination, and the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I think they have to hear it. I just don't think they're going to try and not hear it, but I think they have to. The Mood card, the DOJ. It could be at that stage the DOJ has to join in. DOJ, yeah, Department of Justice. Yeah, look, I don't think he's going to be allowed on the ballot. But there's something around, I don't know, the Supreme Court, like I'm feeling the Supreme Court doesn't want to get involved, would prefer not to be, would prefer to leave it to, but how can they? How can they? This is the Constitution, 14th Amendment of the Constitution. They can't turn it away. Okay, so do they find in favour of disqualifying Trump? I'm hearing yes. I hope it's clearer this time. It wasn't clear before. Do the Supreme Court disqualify Trump from the 2024 election? Does the Supreme Court disqualify Trump from the 2024 election? Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. These are all yes cards. And we get restriction. And we get yes. Yeah. I mean, these are just and the Lover's card. Not all justices will agree, but enough will agree. It's going to be pretty terrible all around with the partisanship coming from the MAGAs and all of that. But I saw the Hermit carrying the lantern. It's a dark tunnel, but ultimately they decide to disqualify him. That's what I'm seeing now. Of course, things can always change, but that's what I'm seeing now. Okay, back to just a few cards on wire fraud. As I said, I haven't got a lot of time today. All right, so let's have a look at, is the grand jury investigating wire fraud? Is the grand jury, it's something to do with the insurrection. Is the grand jury investigating Trump's PAC? Is this what they're hearing? Is the grand jury no, it's something to do with the January 6th, I think. Well, this most recent matter. Let's see. I'm just seeing people being carried out on stretchers. Is the grand jury investigating Trump's wire fraud? Contracts, commitments, and look, we're looking at information. It's something something to do with, well, the Chariot card, something to do with information that's being withheld. The World card, endings and beginnings in the past. We get the Page of Pentacles. Look, this is the fraud aspect and the voter, but it's also something to do with the voter. No, something to, yeah, okay, multiple things, I think, is what these cards are saying. It's January the 6th. That's my card for January the 6th. This is what yes, he is looking at the wire fraud, but this is something around January the 6th. Evidence that was being held back, but perhaps isn't held back anymore. Manipulation in the hopes and fears, and we get loss of money and defending oneself. Yeah, well, it is something to do with money. It is something to do, but it's also to do with January the 6th, how he used money on January the 6th. And we get moderation and temperance, always something coming to fruition in time. And we get this kind of the King of Cups. That's Merrick Garland. It's just like maturity, emotional maturity and wisdom and balance eventually wins out after all of this. I'm seeing here it's something to do. Does he have evidence that PAC paid for something? It's something to do with money, but it's something also to do with evidence. Is it financial records that he's... yeah, it's something to do with financial records that he's been trying to get, and he actually... Does he get it? It looks like he does. Okay, and one last question before I go. Okay, one last question before I go. Does Jack Smith have the connection that Trump et al., Trump and his co-conspirators, design the insurrection, to stop the vote, completely stop the vote so he could steal the election. Does Jack Smith have that concrete tie, perhaps between Trump and the militias? Does Jack Smith have that concrete tie between Trump and the militias? One of the rioters, at least one, has shared some really, inevitably, has shared some really strong information. Does he have that already, shared that? Does Jack Smith have that information that ties Trump to the violent militias and trying to stop the vote that day? And then perhaps enact the Insurrection Act. Does Jack Smith have all of this? Two of Pentacles, juggling, manipulation. The Ten of Pentacles, that's legacies, money, family. The Queen of Wands. The Emperor card is in the past. Does he have it? The Queen of Swords in the sky. Now, of course, there's female judges. I'm not sure who the grand jury is in front of either, but the prosecutor has it. That's my card for Jack Smith. He's getting what he wants. Does he have the tie? We have wounded in battle. That's like people died on January the 6th. And we get bombshells here. Inevitability in the hopes and fears. And finally, yes, he does. He's so skilled. He's got that skill. He's putting it all together. That's aside from the Sun, that's another strong yes card. And we get another yes card. There's no doubt. And Trump knows it. Anxiety. Crossroads. This is where we are, but we are moving out of troubled waters. Yes, he does have it. He has what connects Trump to the attempt to violently steal an insurrection. He has it. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. That's all I've got. Bye for now.